Welcome to next-gen Tesla. Apple once toyed with the idea of producing its own electric car to go head-to-head with Tesla. But that ambition collapsed before it could turn into a real product. Around the same time, Elon Musk casually remarked that if Apple ever became uninspired and dull, Tesla might consider building a smartphone. At the moment, it sounded more like a playful jab than a serious business plan. But what once came off as a lighthearted quip has now evolved into a tangible reality. The Tesla Pi phone has officially been unveiled, and it is priced at only $789, a figure that seems modest when compared to what it promises to deliver. What makes this device remarkable is not just its price tag, but the arsenal of features and advanced technologies it carries, many of which easily outshine the capabilities of Apple's iPhone 17 or even Samsung's latest Galaxy lineup. The most eye-catching element is its enormous 6,499 mAh battery, a capacity so large that it instantly rattled the entire smartphone industry. While Tesla's innovation enters the spotlight, Apple finds itself in a rough patch, facing mounting criticism from its own customers. The frustrations are so severe that if Steve Jobs were still alive to witness the direction the company has taken, one could imagine him firing most of the executive staff on the spot. Owners of the iPhone Air, for example, find themselves carrying power banks everywhere they go because the device simply cannot last long without recharging. And even those who spent nearly $2,000 on the iPhone 17 Pro Max complain that the aluminum frame begins to show visible scuffs and scratches after just a few trips in and out of their pockets. It seems absurd that at a price point close to $2,000, users are left with a weaker product than what Tesla is preparing to offer at less than half the price. So it comes as no surprise that demand for the Pi phone pre-orders is already growing at a staggering pace. Analysts even predict that this device could become America's top-selling smartphone as early as next year. The questions then naturally arise: what makes this phone truly worth buying? And why did Elon Musk decide to push it into existence so quietly? One of the key reasons revolves around the battery, an area where Apple has historically lagged. For decades, the Achilles heel of the iPhone has been its short battery life. Apple has always boasted about high standards in product design and performance. But the truth is that the company has consistently sacrificed practicality for sleekness, preferring to make devices thinner and more elegant while giving priority to camera modules or processing chips, instead of expanding the battery capacity. As a result, iPhones routinely end up with much smaller batteries than their Android counterparts, many of which gladly give up a few millimeters of thinness to pack in larger cells. In real-life usage, this leaves iPhone owners frustrated because their devices drain faster compared to rival smartphones with considerably bigger batteries. Even in the most recent iPhone 17 series, Apple trumpets improvements in longevity. Yet the Pro Max model only houses a 4,832 mAh battery, barely an increase over the previous iPhone 16 Pro Max, which had 4,685. The story gets even worse for the iPhone Air. In order to achieve an ultra-thin design, just 0.22 inches thick, Apple squeezed in only a 3,149 mAh unit, leaving users stuck recharging in less than half a day. Entertainment, gaming, and even casual browsing are severely hampered by this shortfall, making portable chargers practically mandatory for its users. Tesla, however, is rewriting the script. During the company's second quarter earnings call, Lars Moravi, Tesla's vice president of engineering, shocked the industry with a revelation: the upcoming Pi phone, slated for launch next March, will carry a 6,499 mAh battery, engineered from Tesla's extensive experience with electric vehicle power systems. This pack is not only large, but also promises endurance that far exceeds anything currently available, offering up to 4 full days of usage on a single charge. Such performance is practically unheard of in the modern smartphone landscape and gives Tesla a distinct competitive advantage. Even more revolutionary is the chemistry behind it. Unlike Apple and Samsung, who continue to rely on conventional lithium-ion cells, Tesla is pioneering aluminum-ion batteries designed specifically for mobile devices. These batteries boast twice the energy density, generate far less heat, dramatically improve safety, and almost entirely eliminate the hazards of swelling, fires, or explosions. To add to this, the Pi phone incorporates intelligent, fast-charging technology that can take the battery from 10% to 80% in just 32 minutes. Though this speed is not quite as extreme as the rapid charging technologies championed by some Android brands, Musk emphasized that Tesla deliberately avoids pushing for ultra-fast charging because it tends to degrade batteries over time. Instead, Tesla's strategy is to ensure the longest possible lifespan and durability. Underlining the company's philosophy of long-term reliability over flashy, short-term specs, Apple has always been cautious with charging speeds too, limiting them intentionally to avoid overheating or damage. But this has often drawn criticism since many Android phones can fully charge in half an hour or less. The frustration peaked back in 2017 during the infamous Batterygate controversy when Apple admitted it was secretly throttling the performance of older iPhones with worn-out batteries to prevent random shutdowns. Although the company insisted this was technically justified, the revelation caused massive outrage and permanently hurt trust, cementing in the minds of many that batteries were Apple's greatest weakness. Against this backdrop, Tesla's battery breakthrough stands out even more boldly. But Tesla didn't stop there. Recognizing that people often travel and occasionally forget their chargers at home, the company has developed a unique add-on for the Pi phone, an optional ultra-thin solar panel, integrated into the back of the device. While not intended to replace traditional charging altogether, it can provide a small but vital amount of extra power in emergency situations, such as hiking, traveling to remote places, or even during long outdoor activities. This clever addition not only reinforces Tesla's green energy philosophy, but also ensures peace of mind for owners who find themselves far from power outlets. Better yet, Tesla plans to make this solar accessory affordable, ensuring it is accessible to most buyers. Yet perhaps the most astounding feature of all is the promise of free lifetime connectivity. Imagine a world where your phone bill disappears entirely because your device connects directly to satellites, instead of relying on traditional cell towers. This futuristic concept is becoming reality with the Tesla Pi phone. Musk revealed that it will house a specialized chip capable of linking straight to Starlink's constellation of thousands of satellites, orbiting roughly 550 kilometers above Earth. That means no more dependent solely on 4G or 5G. Towers your phone would have a direct line to space. Whether standing in the Sahara Desert, climbing Mount Everest, or sitting on a remote island in the Pacific, you would remain online. In the United States, the average household spends between $80 and $100 per month for internet, which totals around $3,000 over 3 years. With the Pi phone's Starlink integration, all that cost vanishes, essentially allowing the device to pay for itself within a short span of time. Picture being on a long-haul flight, where every passenger is frustrated by spotty Wi-Fi while you stream movies in flawless 4K resolution. Or imagine sailing in the middle of the ocean, yet still holding smooth video calls with your family without interruptions. The promise is simple, but extraordinary. Free Starlink internet for life. Such a perk has the potential to attract hundreds of millions of customers around the world, mirroring the frenzy that occurred when Tesla introduced the affordable Model 3 car and people queued endlessly to reserve one. The same kind of explosive demand could unfold in the smartphone sector. Apple's recent track record, on the other hand, has been riddled with questionable decisions. The company once embraced titanium frames with its iPhone 15 Pro Max and iPhone 16 lineup, a move that was widely praised because titanium made devices lighter, stronger, and more resistant to damage. But in an inexplicable reversal, Apple reverted to aluminum frames for the iPhone 17 series, a shift that has quickly backfired. Reports across tech forums and social media show countless users dismayed to find their expensive new iPhones visibly scratched or damaged within days of use, sometimes from nothing more than brushing against keys in a pocket. Owners now scramble to buy protective cases immediately, though for those who dislike bulky covers, this advice offers little comfort. As a result, the iPhone 17 Pro is rapidly becoming infamous as one of the most scratch-prone smartphones in history. and the controversy is spreading like wildfire in stark contrast. The Tesla Pi phone is set to feature a titanium chassis engineered for maximum durability. Musk revealed that Tesla experimented with materials ranging from aluminum alloys to steel. But only grade 6 titanium passed the company's rigorous standards. This titanium is even superior to the grade 5 material that Apple previously used, and it undergoes a proprietary treatment process,